here, and we will get going. Okay, all messages visible. Yeah, all set now, it looks like. So what's going on, Brooke? I think we are good to roll. There we go. Who else we got on here? We have 2 people on here so far. It's looking good. So, Brooke, how much longer you got before you get here? We'll wait till a few more people show up here. He's got his airplane on his thing there. Also, we got these tourists coming in from the green countries, and Darren's on. What's going on, Darren? We'll wait a couple more minutes so we get a few people on here. We're already up to 5. Brian's on here from the UK. There we go. Who else we got on here? Up to 9 now. Yeah, they've been talking about this tourist thing here for all the green countries, but none of the Western countries are on there. And in one of the articles I read, and there's so many conflicting articles lately. One of them mentioned about that it's only for 21 days. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not sure. I haven't found anything else about that 21 days. Let's see. Darren says, all good, brother. How you doing? I'm doing good. Let's see. Bogdan says, hi from snowy Slovenia. There we go. There's a different one. James Duff says, good morning, Steve. Sound and pick good. Well, let's hope. Usually about 5 minutes before 10 or something like that, it cuts out for like 5 minutes and then I come back on sometimes. I don't know what's up with that, but that's what's happened for like the last few times that I've come on. So we'll see if it happens tonight. Hopefully it don't, but it usually comes back up anyway. Gerald B says, good evening from New, wherever that is. That's all it says, New. Steve Ford is in the house from St. Moritz, snowing here. Gerald B says, New York. Jeff Poy's Adventures. Hello, Steve. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Thank you, man. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. So we're up to about 15 people. Let's see. Brian Adams in South Africa was on the green list. Now it's rife with new variant COVID. I saw that, man. You guys are like all red tonight on one of the maps I saw for the new variant. That's pretty sad. Let's see. Let's get some questions on here tonight. But yeah, with that new variant going around, man, it said that in one of the articles I read that the Philippines is actually following that pretty heavily. So I would hate to see us go backwards after coming this far, man, and then go another year into this crap. I mean, that's kind of devastating, actually. If it continues this way, I don't know what to do. I was thinking about, I don't know if I'd go back home, what I would do. I don't see anything better back home because everybody back there is getting sick. I don't know. I just don't know at this point. Let's see. Tony Manning says, good morning from Columbus, Ohio. How you doing, Tony? Spanish 2001 says, good morning from Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing, Spanish? Let's see. Who else we got on here? We got 17 people on here. Let's get some questions rolling. Darren Cooper. Tourist visa is from, 1st of December till the 15th. I did see that for green list countries. On the 15th of December, they will announce whether yellow list countries will be added to come as tourists. I saw that. But I did see something on there, Darren, about 21 days or something like that. So I don't know if they can go to the BI and get a re-up on that. And that one article that I read or saw, it mentioned something about what was it? It mentioned about the 21 days, but it also said something else on there about that you have to leave after your 21 days or something like that. So I'm not sure if that was right though, but because I think that came out on one of the blogs, so it could be wrong. Who knows? Brooke Snyder says, I heard there's an announcement coming out November 30th. Let's hope some announcement comes out because they need some, I did a vlog on this a while back about how they throw something out there and it's just like they just throw it out there and they let you figure it out. And that seems to be what they do all the time here in the Philippines, unfortunately. Let's see, Jim and Flores says, so much for the Philippines coming soon. USA adding countries to the no entry soon by the hour. Yeah, I would say that a lot of countries are going to be on that list soon. Michael's in here in the house. That's good. Jeff Poy's Adventures. Me and wife just got our COVID-19 booster. And here in Mississippi, no one is wearing a mask. Sure what to think anymore. Darren Cooper says visa on arrival for approved green list countries now back. Yeah, no, I do know that. I do know that, Darren. But I'm not sure if that's the same kind of visa that we're accustomed to. I think it's a 21-day visa. I'm not sure though. Okay, so don't quote me on that because one of the vloggers put that out there. One of the blogs put it out there. So I did see that out there, but it's the only place that I saw it. So it could be the same way it was before now. Maybe once they're in here, they can stay here. Yeah, I'm trying to find that information. It's very hard to find. Jeff A says, hey, Steve, do you think PH will get spooked and start reversing things due to Omicron? Yes. Yeah, I do. They've already stated that. They stated that they're watching it. So, Brooke Snyder says, people in the West are getting to the point where we just need to live with COVID and get on with life. Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. Unfortunately, countries like the Philippines are not going to follow that. They're going to do their own thing, protect the people. They think they're protecting everybody, and I can understand where they're going with it, but I don't think that this is that bad. Michael L says, I thought this nightmare was almost over. However, the Omicron variant is on in March. Yep. Dr. Mike Hansen's analysis is disturbing. Red Ranger says, hi, Steve, eating some leftover smoked turkey. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving over there? I did. I went to Gringo's and had some Mexican food, actually. So that was what we did. Let's see. Jeff Poy's Adventure says, exactly, Brooke. Yeah, if you guys ever see anything out there new, send it to me in my email at steven5975@yahoo.com, because a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing over here is just not newsworthy, and it's there's not much meat to it. And all the like CNN and stuff like that, they don't put much meat in there about what exactly to do, how to go about this, how long it's going to last. There's not much to the story. The stories are relatively short, so there's no real news. And I had one guy asking me today. He says he already bought his ticket. He's coming. He's going to like Japan, I think, or Thailand, one of the green countries, he said. And then he says he's definitely coming, and he says he wanted to know if it would be easy coming in. And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. It's people trying to figure this out now. I don't think a lot of people are going to come in, to be honest with you. Darren Cooper says, laughing, LMAO. That's we went to Gringos in Dasma. That's funny. Yeah, I was there with the people next door and everything on that day. So that's funny though. Let's see, who else is on here? Who else we got? Wow, we got 40 people, 10 thumbs up. That's good. So I'm gonna make it a short night tonight because I was supposed to go over to Indang today actually to use the pool, but we might go tomorrow. We're not even sure if we're gonna go tomorrow. We have a lot going on, but we'll see. I was able to put out four vlogs the other day, which was good. So let's get some questions on here, guys. We got 43 people on here, and let's see. Brian says, I believe if you stay in the green country for over 14 days, you can enter the Philippines if you have correct paperwork. Yes, that's what this guy did have that part correct. But I think he was thinking that he can stay here. That's the problem. I don't know if you can. And I don't think people should be coming here thinking that they can stay here, because that's not written in stone yet. No, nobody's heard anything. There's very vague on that stuff. And I'm hearing it's only 21 days. So I don't know. Ken Roach says, hi, Steve. Hope you're doing well. Brooke Snyder says, Phil Air will let you change your ticket up to 4 days prior to the flight without penalty. That's cool. That's a good thing. I mean, if you can do that, I was thinking about going home for like maybe 2 weeks or a week or something like that at some point next year. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with all this stuff going on. I mean, I'm not even sure. After thinking about it, it's like, I don't know. I think we're back into another year of having a lot of hassles and stuff like that. That's what I honestly believe. Let's see, we're up to 53 people. We got 19 thumbs up, guys. Let's get some more questions up here and stuff. And actually, the weather here has been great. We've been getting some really cool weather here, blowing up the side of the hill here. It's really been nice. Tony Curley says, hello from North Carolina. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Tony. And Brian Adams says, best to stay out for now, Steve. Yeah, probably. I want to get down to Belize for like at least 3 days or a week or something to visit a buddy of mine down there too. Red Ranger says, I see Citibank discount of 50% expired on November 27th. I see it started in April from a promo website I saw. Is it done now? That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Jim in Florida says, I believe you are correct. Only 21-day visa is granted. I heard they go by where your passport is issued, not from what country you're coming from. No, that's not true, Roy. Because I read that you could. I read on several of those articles that you could, as long as you were in a green country for 14 days. Brian Adamson says they're in the Philippines. Kevin Smith, hey Steve, hello from Ireland. Hope you're keeping well. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing better. My legs are getting better too. Tim H says, find a Steve from Tampa, Florida. I don't know what that means, but okay. Let's see who else we got on here. Up to 50 people, 23. Yeah, usually around this area, and this is something nice that's around the Cavite area, is that we get a cool breeze usually in November and December, and it blows up the side of the hill all day, and it never really gets hot here in Tracy Martirez, and also in Tagaytay and all around here. I think even in Dasma, General Trias, places like that. Let's see, Brooks Knight says, girlfriend knows a bank manager. I asked her to inquire about opening an account when I arrive. Is that a big process? Yes. Yes, Brooke, it is. It's a big process. It's a pain in the butt. If you have your SRRV, it makes it a little bit easier, but yes, it's a big hassle. It always is. It's not a fun hassle either. They make you jump through a lot of hoops. You need a lot of paperwork. It takes about 2 hours, sometimes 3, depending on who you have. So Justin in Arkansas says, hello, Steve. How you doing, Justin? Michael L., yes, you have to be in a green country for 14 days, which is quite a hard currency, which is quite a bit of hard currency, or will deplete one's store of points. Yes, it will. Randy Conrad says, good morning. Hope everything good for you. God bless. Keep up the good information coming. Jeff A., you know anything about what's happening over at Tal Volcano? Tal Volcano's been actually doing pretty good lately. It's been staying kind of, quiet for a while, which is good. They are watching it because I keep seeing the Tal reports coming up, but nothing big's happening. Not sure if anyone has moved back to the island and if the people are allowed to hike to see it yet. No, I think it's a permanent no man's land now, from what I heard. They were going to vote on it. I don't know if they did or not. David Abbott says, hi, Steve from Lancashire, England. I would take it that's why up north. I'm just guessing. I just know the Portsmouth, Weymouth area. Steve Ford, how is your house hunting? Have you found anything new yet? Actually, I stopped looking for a while. I'm gonna be out looking again to do more vlogs and stuff like that. But yeah, I stopped for a while just to take a break, and I'm not really, if I stay here, I stay here. If I don't, I don't. It really doesn't matter to me at this point. Jim in Florida says, also check out Philippines Resolution 150. It states what is accepted as proof of vaccine. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. That's interesting. Michael L., everything is big process in the Philippines, as you stated. It is a paperwork nation. Yeah, I stated that the other day. Good evening, Steve. 13A visa holder here watching from AC. I'm really considering flying back home to Guam to recharge the battery. I just really don't want to deal with the hassle of coming back. Exactly. That's the problem. Well, with the SRRV, I hear it's pretty easy, but I mean, you still have to have all that paperwork in order. And if one thing's wrong, you ain't coming back in. And that's the problem. That's what worries me. And then all your stuff is here too. All your life's belongings is sitting here. And that's what scares me right now. They're making it so that you don't want to leave here. you know. James Duff says, going to Weymouth for Christmas. Want me to pick you up anything? No. Let's see. I remember going over to Weymouth. We used to stop there for a pint of beer at some pub there, and it had all our submarine plaques up on the wall, the U.S. submarine plaques. It was kind of interesting, and it was a big port for submarine calls, you know. So it's pretty good. Joe Davis, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Steve. I have apostled everything except FBI and doctor. Looks like I may as well wait because I have bad feelings about pH. Patience is a virtue, LOL. I would still get in here, man. I would get in here, Joe, you know, because once you get the EED, you can get in here. So don't worry about it. If you got the EED and stuff, if you're coming that route, I'm not sure if you are. You don't mention it here, but if you're going through for the EED, come, you know. RLV is on here. He says 96% of Metro Manila people are fully vaxxed. Booster shots are ongoing. I'm supposed to actually get mine in December up in Manila from the VA. Hopefully we can beat this new variant, so no more lockdowns. Pennsylvania truckers just came into the chats. Anyone know when the Philippines is going to open up for non-vaxxed? That's a good question. Probably not for a long time, or you're gonna have to get quarantined for a while. I think you can come in here now, but you have to get quarantined for a long time. Brooke Snyder, and if you're a tourist or something like that, and you're from the U.S., then yeah, it's going to be a while for everybody. I think the U.S. is going to be on a waiting list for a while unless you want to go to another country for 14 days. Brooke Snyder says, girlfriend has clients in Florida Sun gated community, says it's a nice area. She hasn't been to Crystal Air yet. Crystal Air is a little bit older. I won't say it's run down. I'll say like it's older and it's run differently, and I don't think they run it the same as Florida Sun. It's the two of them are a little bit different. Crystal Air is a little bit cheaper. Florida Sun's a little bit more expensive. Florida Sun has nicer pools. Crystal Air, the pool there needs to be fixed. Not fixed. It has brought up to par because it's been shut down during the COVID. But they said, I did talk to them and they said that they were going to bring that back. So probably within a month or two, they said. Bob and Eva, Philippine Journey. I follow Filipina P on YouTube, and she did an interview about getting in the Philippines. Let's see. Darren Cooper, newly added from 1 December countries designated low risk include Britain, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, and the United States, according to the DFA. It's interesting if that's true, but until I see it in writing, I'm not sure whether to believe it or not. I'll have to look that one up, though. It'd be interesting if they do let the U.S. in here and they do let the U.K. in here. See, James Duff says, talking about Weymouth, Mass. Let's see, I was talking about Weymouth, England, but I'm from Massachusetts. I know Weymouth, Mass. too. Massachusetts has all the same names as England, like Bill Ricca. Bill Ricca is actually some people used to say it was an Indian name. It's actually a name of a town over in Britain too. Let's see. Roy Jones says, do they have Black Friday sales at the malls over there? No. Franz says, hello from Switzerland. Tom Pear is in the house. I haven't heard from Tom Pear in a while. It's good to see you on here, Tom. Good morning, Steve. Good idea going to 9 a.m. Just remember, when you are sweaty and uncomfortable, it is 26 in the 26 this morning in North Carolina. Still liquidating assets here. So you should be coming in here pretty soon, Tom. Let's hope anyway, if this thing doesn't take off. Brooke Snyder says, at Darren Coop, I assume Canada was on that list. I would hope it is. James McBride, unfortunately, I will not get back to the Philippines until 2023, as I will be sailing back from the UK starting late 2022. Let's see. So that's about the right time, James, I would say, to come back to the Philippines, because maybe all this stuff will all be over, I'm hoping, God willing. Let's see who else we got on here. We got 76 people, 29 thumbs up, and let's see who else is on here. But Yeah, I still think that even with this new variant, that at some point the Philippines and other countries have to realize that they're gonna have to open up to people. They're gonna have to get to back to normal. They can't keep doing this, or they're just gonna go down the toilet. I mean, this is not gonna be the new. It can't be the new normal. It can't be. If this is gonna be the new normal, then we're done. You know. Marco Harris says, "Good morning, Steve. Checking in, and happy belated Thanksgiving." Red Ranger says, I just checked the DFA website. I don't see anything about the USA getting on the list December 1st. Yeah, I don't believe it till I see it, even if I hear it. I have to check things like that. But yeah, I'm not sure if the USA will be on there or not. Especially right now with this going on, I think things are, even if it is on there slated for the 1st, I think everything could be taken off there by the 1st. Jeff Hamilton says, are you back to wearing both a mask and a shield? No, not yet. No. That's a good thing. So we are just wearing the face mask, no shields at all. So that's a good thing. Let's see, what else is on here? I got the kids over here talking. But yeah, if we go back to that, man, that's going to be brutal if we have to start wearing face shields and stuff. Again, we're getting used to wearing just the face mask and being free. In fact, on the streets, I notice a lot of people are not wearing the masks now. They're putting them underneath their chins. And I notice on the jeepneys, people are putting them underneath their chins. I kind of like that, actually, to be honest with you, and I tend to do it too myself. It's probably not a good thing, but we're starting to do that over here. I notice a lot of the people that are tired of this are starting to, do that. Let's get some more questions up here, guys. We got 79 people, 44 thumbs up. We've been on for 22 minutes. Let's see. Brian Adams says, good to wear a mask. I still wear mine here in the UK. Coin777 says, I'm not going anywhere until the pandemic is over and the government has moved on. It's probably a good idea right now at this point, Tom Pear, new variant is a play on words. We used to say a new strain of flu this year and just got a flu shot for the elderly. Roy Jones says, looks like Christmas isn't canceled. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. I got a friend of mine on here trying to talk to me, but I can talk to him later. Actually, we're going to have a short show tonight, probably like 45 minutes or something, because I got allergies really bad tonight, guys. So if I end this quickly, you'll know why, because my allergies are just kicking in tonight. I'm not sure why. But let's get some more questions up here if we can. See what else we can get up here. I got 2 new vlogs ready to go out, and they're really good ones. And I know you guys like to hear the stories on the streets and stuff like that. And I've been trying to piece together a few of those and try to recollect as many stories as I can from things that have happened over here. And we've been putting a few of those out because those are kind of interesting for you guys. And we're probably going to hit the streets soon, maybe get some new adventures under my belt. So see what we can do. Maybe I'll go up to Manila. And we're planning on going down to Ternate to go out in the boat to Fort Drum. I really want to get some good footage out on Fort Drum itself, which I've never got to go on yet. But we've been out there and went around it and stuff like that, but we never got to go on to the actual island. So it'd be kind of cool. And that's right out in Manila Bay. Let's see. Pennsylvania Trucker says, maybe things will change for the better in May after the elections. Let's just keep our faith. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Gonsi Leo says, good England lesson for me. You mean English lesson? Yeah. Don Murphy, good morning, Steve. Sorry late. Good to see you. How you doing, Don? Good to see you on here, man. Brian Adams says, what are you allergic to? I'm not really sure. That's the problem. I have some sort of allergy. My immune system's really, really low right now because of some meds I'm taking. I think it's more because of the meds that I'm taking than anything else, which opens up my immune problems. So, see, Bob and Eva, Philippine journey. It says you can enter the Philippines non-vaccinated and vaccinated with a visa approval and protocol, but everything changes here in 1 day and 1 week. Yes, it does. That's the problem. That's the problem here. You might show up and come after 12 midnight, and you all of a sudden they have a whole new set of rules for you, and that's there lies the problem. And I've heard that they've turned people away, so that's a huge problem. Most of the people they try to let in, but some of them they've actually turned away for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure of the story behind that, but I did hear that they did turn some people away. So there are people getting turned away. Let's see. DJ Joe, the new Omicron variant on the rise. I hope we don't go back to face shields. I'm just now starting to feel free in public without wearing that damn grinding helmet. I got you, man. Michael L. says, chlorpheniramine, whatever it is, I can never pronounce medicines, and PPA for allergies. Too bad Sudafed is not available. I actually have some, but it just doesn't work that well here. Hydroxy something, whatever it is. David Holmes says, thanks for your videos. Are expats with long beards welcome? Yeah, sure they are. I got a short beard. I'm welcome. See, Jim in Florida. DFA has no control over tourism. IAF just released new green and yellow list yesterday. USA is not on green list, as someone stated earlier. Brooke Snyder says, Steve-O, girlfriend needs an honest mechanic. Do you or any subscribers know of one in Tracy? No, I do not, because I don't have a car, so I wouldn't know of a really good mechanic around here, unfortunately. But there are mechanics around. You can seek them out. Don Murphy says, I guess a new you better be better off in Alabang for a mechanic, to be honest with you. Alabang has good mechanics over there. Don Murphy says, I guess a new topic is the new variant. Yeah. Tom Pierce says, congratulations on the 12.3K subscribers. Seems like yesterday you were at 5K. Have you ever thought about writing a book, something like an expat manual to the Philippines? You know, I had a guy, Tom, he was telling me that if I helped him write the book, right, that he would credit me in the book and he could write the book and put it together and I could work with him and he would put it all together. But the Philippines, the way they change things day to day, man, it's really hard. During regular, normal times, it'd be pretty easy to put a book together over here. But I'd love to, work with somebody to do something like that. I mean, I could probably do it myself, but I don't know. I'd love to do it if somebody would work with me and help me piece it all together and then sell it. But we'll see what happens. Bob and Eva, Philippine journey, and I don't want to tell nobody wrong, but make sure you do your homework. Yeah, you really got to do your homework over here, man. You really got to double check and recheck and check things because they always change. And don't go on things that you hear because, so many of these the blogs and vloggers out there are getting it wrong. And that's why I won't report. I didn't report on that tourist thing because it wasn't newsworthy to me. Let's see. We just went down for some reason. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Hold on. Wait. There we go. We're back up. Let's see. Randy says, Randy Conrad says, I believe the Philippines won't open up until next year sometime. I think you're right. Joe Davis says, insanity at its best when the Salvation Army has become woke. Wow, I never heard that one yet, but I kind of saw that coming when I was there a long time ago helping a friend of mine, and I kind of saw the way that they were going, and it wasn't in a good way, So, Bob and Eva, Philippine journey. I agree with that. I don't like face shields. Yeah, Dave Ranger. I am planning on entering April. I will not buy a ticket until April. I need the nightlife to be back to normal. I refuse to wear a mask in public. It's against the law in Texas to require a mask. There we go. That's cool. Fine Hoshi says, hi, Steve. New friend here. Where do you think a single woman like myself, retire in the Philippines, traveling alone, going home to retire on January from Japan? Good place for a single woman in the Philippines if you're going to retire over here would probably be in, I don't know, Alabang would be a nice place if you're wealthy and you're, look at Alabang. Alabang reminds me of Japan, actually. I've been to Japan. Let's see. Darren Cooper says, at Brooke Snyder, sorry, that was the last updated list. I sent the link to Steve on Facebook Messenger. Let's see. Tom Pear. David Home, beards are accepted, but not liked by the woman at all. That is confirmed info from me and John. Probably, yeah, I don't think the women over here like the long beards. I'm not sure why, but they just don't. I think it's the same way in the United States, kind of, with a lot of women there, you know. Except during baseball season up in Boston, because whenever there's whenever they're heading towards a World Series or something like that, they're all growing their beards long and stuff. So, or if they're having a good season. Roy Jones, I hear you. Apex 512. Hello, everybody. I plan on moving to Cebu with my girlfriend and get Herka boarding house, and she'll start hairdresser national course 1 and 2. Take year to finish. I hope it'll all go well. Michael L says, I never understood the problem with masks. Whoever, I got used to full respirator during those 3-hour labs in university. Man, those must really be bad. I actually have a mask that has a little fan in it, and it takes the air into the mask and blows it out around the sides. It actually keeps you cool and keeps you so you don't sweat as much. And I think I paid about $30 for it, but it's worth it. And it stays charged for 4 hours. Apex 512 says, I just don't hope her family will drain resources when she's so far away from them. Prairie Mark says, yeah, a number of Filipino women have told me that they think beards are dirty. Does that agree with what the rest of you hear? I don't wear a beard and have a wonderful wife of 12 years. I have a beard, but it's not really much of a beard, but it's a beard, you know. And most women don't say that much about it because it's just not much of a beard. So it's me. Good morning from Chicago, and heading back over there in February. That's cool, man. Hope you make it over here. Hope everything goes easy. Jakika Angelo says, hoping that Philippines get better. God bless everyone. Apex says, LOL. So we got 88 people, 49 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've seen the list, but I think that list has already changed. You know, up with the U.S. on there. To be honest with you, because of the new variant, I think all that stuff has gone by the wayside now. I don't think any of that stuff is going to come true, but we'll see on the 1st. You know, and hopefully we'll have some more news about how long you can stay in the country, because I'm not sure you can just walk into a BI office and just say, hey, I want to stay here for 36 months or 24 months and just keep on redoing my thing for, you know, every month or whatever. I don't think it's going to be like that with this new test thing that they're doing. You know, I think it's just a visitation thing, like for Christmas or something. But again, the news is very vague. You know, that's what sucks about this whole thing. I mean, have any of you guys heard that 21-day thing besides me on here? That is a good question. Let me ask you guys a question tonight. Brooke Snyder, my profile pic had a beard. Girlfriend prefers no beard. There we go. Jeff Strong, had to use phone, internet issues after the move. It's me. Nothing is easy over there. I'll be traveling with my Filipino wife, so we shouldn't have any issues getting in. Stephen Dooling says, we are leaving here on March 8th for 11 weeks back in the States. It's our 3rd trip back since this virus started. We had no problems coming and going. That's good. That's good. You really have to be up on all this stuff, though, man, to get in and out. I don't know how you do it, because I have a hard time, and I read stuff all day long, and it just keeps changing constantly. Philip Rogers says, Steve, quick question. I've been told 2 different things. If I go over there for 3 months, what do I have to do after 30 days? Well, you have to go to the BI and get your thing, you know, your thing stamped again. You have to pay money if you're on the tourist visa. But again, U.S. isn't on the tourist visa yet unless you go to another green country for 14 days. So, I mean, with everything changing and with this new variant, I'd be very careful, man. Just be very, very careful. Let's see. Bob and Eva, Philippine journey. My wife is always trying to cut my beard. Don Murphy, I want to come to the Philippines, but with the new variant, I will go to Colombia again. It's open. That's cool. James Curlew says, hello, new variant from Africa, shutting things down again. Here we go again, 30 days left till retirement. Yeah, I see Europe, man, is locking down It looks like in a lot of places. I saw it all yellow on a map. I didn't get to read the article. I saw it just as I came on here, and they had a whole bunch of countries that were already yellow that was putting up protections from people coming in. You guys, excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back. This allergy is going to get me. I'm back, though. Let me get this back up. Okay. Let me go back to where I was. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me go back to where we were. Let's see. Who will win the presidential election in 2022? I think it's going to be Bong Bong and Duterte, to be honest with you. Duterte's daughter. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's very popular. I see in the streets already they got cars riding around with his name and everything. So they like to go old school with all the people that were in the past. They stick to families, their political families, dynasties, just like the Kennedys. Red Ranger says, yes, I saw that the 21 thing. Okay. I think it's old news back when you could only stay 21 days, but they changed that back to 30 days about 7 years ago. No, that 21-day thing was just recently. Somebody posted it. I'm not sure exactly. It wasn't just, I don't know if it was a vlogger or a news thing, but I saw that 21, they definitely stated you can only stay for 21 days. But like I said, I don't believe anything until I see it more than once, and I gotta, otherwise I won't post it. So I don't go there. Let's see. Jeff Strong says Smoky Mountain here. Smoky Mountain's beautiful, man. I've been through there once. Tom Pierce says, long before COVID, I could wear a mask. Went on an airplane just to keep from catching anything from 300 plus people jammed in together on coach. Who cares what it looks like? Never got sick. Steve Ford says, Steve, how hard is it to learn to drive there? My fiance wants to learn. Steve, they have driving schools here, and they're very inexpensive. So there's a thought right there. I see driving schools around here all the time, but I don't even like driving here, and I'm a pretty good driver. Bob and Eva Philippine journey got in the Philippines with 9A visa as husband. Let's see. Jeff Hamilton from Austin, Texas. Hi, Steve. What are the options to transfer money to a Philippine bank? Example, $75K. You can do a wire transfer, but if you do that transfer, you have to do FATCA reporting. So you have to report that to the government. Anything over $10,000, man. But yeah, you can, as long as you have an account here, you can do it. Okay. Let's see. Tom Paris says, with the dollar being devalued at such a fast rate, what currency do you suggest changing dollars into? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about that one. I'd have to think about that one for a while, Tom. You might want to get back to me on that. I don't think pesos is a bad place to be right now. Japanese currency, maybe? I would say that's fairly safe. I'd have to really look. I'd have to think about that one for a while. Let me think about that one and get back to you. Let's see. Be a teacher online. Do you have vax checkpoints there, Steve? No, we don't. They have the checkpoints in the restaurants. When you go to eat, they ask for your vax card. That's the checkpoints. Kaparin says Jeff Hamilton for that amount of money and FX services is most cost effective. My PI Dream has a video about which ones to use to transfer money for his house. Okay, interesting. Bitcoins, Roy Jones says. I don't know if I would go. Some people say that. I'm not into that cryptocurrency stuff for that kind of money, man. If it was just a few $1,000s or something and you could afford to lose it, but 75 grand to throw it in Bitcoin and then take it out someplace else, I don't know if I would do that. If that's what you're talking about, either you're talking about Tom Pear. I think you're talking about Tom Pear. Where to put your money? Yeah, I wouldn't put it into any cryptocurrency for sure. Brooke Snyder, Tom Pear, I'd put your depreciating dollars into appreciating Bitcoin. It, Brooke says Bitcoin. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, but okay. You know, I disagree with you, Brooke, on that one, though. I think it's kind of risky putting money into Bitcoin, even though it goes up and down. You might, you know, if you can have the time to wait, maybe, you know. See, we're up to about 97 people. We got 62 thumbs up. We got a pretty good crowd here going. Let's see, let's get some more questions on here going. But I myself, I like the crypto called Cardano. I don't want to change this into a crypto night, but Cardano. I'm into that Shiba Inu thing. Most of those coins I got for nothing by watching little tiny videos and stuff like that. And I just play with it, and I put a few bucks in there too, just to play with and see what I can do with it. Because Shiba Inu, man, you can buy what? Almost a million. I forget how many you can buy. Like a million of them for like $50 or something like that. I forget what it is. It's real cheap. Let's see, Swiss francs. There we go. Swiss francs is a thought. You know, I don't think they change much, but I heard that they're changing a little bit. There used to be a place where it was pretty stable there. RC in Jacksonville, evening from Jacksonville. Shiba is my lottery ticket. Yeah, that's kind of for me too. I kind of hope that it you know it goes up and stuff like that. Let's see. Man, the humidity has changed here like in the past hour, and it's starting to catch up with me now. I'm starting to sweat here. We don't have the AC here in the living room unless I open the door. And the kids went in the other room and they shut the door in there because it's cooler in there. Let's see. It's me, he says, ADA has made me a good amount of money. And Roy Jones says, I invested $2K in crypto. You know, one time I made a lot of money in Litecoin. You know, Litecoin was pretty good. JD says, it's unclear if the white CDC card will be sufficient proof for vaccination. I think you're talking about the regular you mentioned CDC card. I believe that it is. It has. They changed that. Okay. I keep hearing that story, and tons of people from the United States have come in here on the CDC cards that are ballot buy-ins and stuff. They've come in here, so I believe it's okay. In fact, they're handing it out in Manila at the VA here, and they accept it at the restaurants and stuff here. So, Brooke Snyder says, Steve-O, I buy the Bitcoin miners and sell monthly. Calls against my stock for a tidy income. Cardano got delisted on a smaller exchange. You may want to dump. Let's see. Dickie Spaz says, off to a day trip to Los Algodones, BC, Mexico. Let's see. Our illustrious leader has banned travelers from South Africa. Will he be called racist or xenophobic? Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Edward says, good evening from Illinois. How you doing, Edward? Welcome on board. Darren Cooper, I have an appointment on Wednesday with Mary Rose to pick up my passport and PRA ID card. Took only 6 weeks from arrival on SRV process. That was quicker than I thought. Yes, because she had told you, 60 days or something like that. And we were worried about whether you were going to have to go to the BI to get it, get another month or whatever. So that's good. Somebody was asking me about that today. I says, yeah, don't worry. It's like about 4 to 7 weeks now. I told them. They were asking me. So yeah, I've told a few people that already, Darren, that it's going quicker than they're saying. So that's good news. Michael L says, still would not hurt to get the yellow card as a backup. I think I'm going to go to the quarantine place here, the Bureau of Quarantine, and get a yellow card here. My girlfriend says you only get that for when you're traveling outside the country, but I don't think it's good for just like a month. I think it's permanent. So I'm thinking about going to get that. Michael L says, still would not hurt to get the yellow card as a back. Oh, we just read that. Okay, Jim in Florida says, the CDC card is discussed in Philippines Resolution 150 from 2 days ago. Just Google it. Yeah, I think it's accepted, isn't it, Jim? If I'm correct. I believe that it's okay. Let's see, Red Ranger JD, they have been accepting the white CDC card. You can order the yellow card from the U.S. government website. I ordered 25. I ordered 25 yesterday. which is minimum for 25 U. Okay. Red Ranger, where do you get that? The yellow card. Do you need to have? So they accept the CDC card, but do you have to have the yellow card with it? Red Ranger, is that what it is? Because if that's true, that's kind of interesting. Because that information, that CDC card has been a killer thing for me trying to find out about that. And I've read some of the stuff there, and they have so much news on it. And one thing says one thing, and then you read another thing, and it says I understand where people are getting confused with that white CDC card. But it says you can order the yellow card from the U.S. government website. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to go on there and look at that. That'd be interesting. Let's see if we can get some more questions on here, guys. It's good because sometimes you guys help me just as much as I help you, which is good. So, because that CDC card has been like a really tough one for me. But let's see. We got 100 people on here, 74 thumbs up. Let's see. Who else we got on here, guys? We got any new people on here today? 102 people on here. But yeah, that CD, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna go to the U.S. government website and check that out for sure about getting that yellow card and see what they say on there. If it's $25, hell, that'd be worth it. You know, that'd be worth it. Let's see. USA to Philippines Life. Good evening, Steve. That yellow WHO card is available on Amazon too. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look this thing up because this you guys are confusing me a little bit in the yellow card because we have the yellow card over here too. So now I'm really confused. But let's see. I don't know about yellow versus white card, but I am getting the yellow card for backup. Okay. You know how the Philippines works. I will post a link for the yellow CDC card. Okay. Yeah, if you can put that link up, man, that would be fantastic. Because I'd like to see that site. Because that would help all of us for sure. So you guys that are on here right now, you may want to stick around. If Red Ranger can find that while we're on here, that'd be fantastic. Let's see. Even Michael's asking which U.S. government site for yellow card. Yeah, because all of us want to see that. Because I've been looking for that for a while. I've had a few people tell me it's you have to go to your state to get the QR code one to come into the country because you need a QR code. Things like that, and it's getting really, really confusing for everybody over here. We've all been kind of baffled by this as vloggers over here because that's why none of the vloggers pick up the stuff about these cards because everything is changing day to day. Michael L says which government? That's it. No, we already read that. Roy Jones says, what do you think about XRP? I don't know. I'm not really, I think it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of different, there's so many different cryptocurrencies out there right now. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't even know. Everybody says Bitcoin, Ethereum, stuff like that. I'm not really sure. I do the Shiba Inu and the Cardano and stuff like that. We'll see how that goes. Tom Pierce says, I have had a yellow card with all my vax info for years. I got mine from the Health Department, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, PHS 731. Yeah, I'm going to try to maybe I'll do a vlog on that sometime in the future about that if I can get some more info on it. But we have so many, each country has like different yellow cards, so it gets confusing. And now we have this stuff from the States now with the QR codes and stuff. And it's baffling my brain sometimes because that just makes it even harder when you start talking about 50 states and different things like that. See, Michael L says we are talking about the WHO yellow card. The Philippine Bureau of Quarantine yellow card is different. Yes. No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is when people talk about yellow cards, the two get confused, because there's so many different cards and QR codes and things like that you have to have for the One Health Pass. It's almost mind-boggling to think of coming into this country with all the current garbage that you have to have on you. Let's see. Tom Pierce says, International Certificate of Vaccination. The number is PHS 731. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Jim in Florida, WHO certificate of vaccine is number 1. 2, vac certificate, PH. 3, national state digital certificate. Philippines Embassy here in Florida told me to have CDC card info transferred into yellow card to be safe. Now there we go. So that's that. We're talking about that yellow card that they were just talking about up top there, which is the one that Tom Pear was talking about, the PHS 731. So we have to have that PHS card 731 in order. That's one of the things you have to have, and have that signed off and everything, which is kind of interesting. Okay. Southern Leyte Life. Hi, Steve. Just completed my PRA medical. Now to have all the documents notarized, scanned from Mary Rose. EED next. On course for SRV in March, and moving to Southern Leyte in April. Sounds good, man. Dickie Spaz says, Darrow is worth looking into during this current dip. Ben Bean says, is snake anti-venom easily available in the provinces? I'm not sure. That's a good question, but I'm not sure. Darren Howard says, info on yellow cards. So I guess you have your doctor put the information on the yellow card and sign it or something like that. I haven't seen one yet. I'd love to see one of those cards sometime and see what it looks like. Chinoy says, good evening, Steve. Good morning and good evening as well to you all. Which coin do you invest with Coinbase besides Bitcoin, which is too expensive? Let's see. I'm into Shiba Inu right now, but I don't know. Shiba Inu is good. Cardano. I have another one I'm into too. It's just a few bucks though. I forget which one it is. Joe Davis, you are being foolish if you don't have a yellow backup. Amazon, $20 for a pack of 25 to throw away extras. I'm going to have to look into that, Joe. Let's see. Red Ranger, yellow card in USA is international certification vaccine or prophylaxis as approved by the World Health Organization. Package of 25. Okay. I'm going to order some of those. I'm going to get some of those things and actually show them online sometime when we do the show. So this will be good. Darren Howard, nothing makes things simple like various countries and states all doing their own thing. Exactly, man. That's the hard part about being a vlogger, is having all these different countries and states and all that stuff just going off on their own. Let's see. JD says, but do you just copy all the vaccine info yourself into the yellow card? That's a good question, man. I'm going to try to find that out. There must be a YouTube out there on that probably. Michael L says, who yellow card is also known by its French name, Cartouan. So they actually use it in France too. So it's actually a world card. Travel Discovery. Now this girl here would be the perfect person to do a story on that. Travel Discovery says, hi Steve, how's your health today? Actually my legs are doing great. And my house hunting, I put a hold on that for a little while. But Travel Discovery, maybe you could do a video about this yellow card that they're talking about. She's the person that would do that, and she does a really, really good job. If you guys want to subscribe to a new and upcoming channel, this girl does a fantastic job on the Philippines. It's called Travel Discovery. Write that name down. She does some really good stuff, and it's usually not stuff on like SRVs and stuff like that, but she does a little bit of everything. And I haven't been to her channel lately to check things over there, and I should go over there to check soon. But she does phenomenal work on her channel. Tom Pear, when going to different countries, you can go to the local U.S. Health Department. They will tell you which vax for which country. The doc will write the vax in and sign each one. I will mail you a pic. Okay, Tom, I'd appreciate that, man, if you did that for me. I got to get one of these cards. If you guys have a spare and you can mail it to me, email me. I'd love to get a spare one of these cards. Michael L says, JD, yes, your doctor has to transfer the info from your CDC card. Okay, I gotcha. Jim in Florida, the lady at the embassy told me the CDC card should suffice, but she then smiled and said she can't be 100%. See what I'm saying? That's the problem here in the Philippines. Yes, Steve, you are correct. Your doctor signs off the yellow card. Okay. Michael L says Monero is the up-and-coming one. Okay. JD says EED transmitted per tracking number. Just waiting for email so I can apply for my 9A for SRV at embassy with Mary Rose to the process. She's very helpful. Thanks, JD. She's great. She's fantastic. USA to the Philippines life, it's very confusing what you need to prove vax status upon arrival here in the PH. Yes, it is. That's the problem, because they want QR codes, they want this, they want that. they want the actual card, but they say it might be a fraudulent card. Then if you show me a yellow card, which is just signed by your doctor, I mean, that doesn't mean squat, you know? So, like, it's kind of crazy, yeah. I mean, anybody can kind of get through. Just, it's I don't know. JM, I just joined, bro. Is the U.S. or Mexico a green country, bro? No. I'm not sure about Mexico, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. Maybe it is. Gary Higgins, hello from Atlanta, Georgia. How you doing, Gary? Let's see. Joe Davis, medical doctor or pharmacist must transfer to yellow WHO card. Okay, or a pharmacist. That's a new one. Okay, so I'll have to check that out. John Fetchko says, back in the day, yellow card was king. All my military shots were annotated there. So I'm going to have to get one of these yellow cards and have my doctor transfer over all my vaccines and stuff, which is kind of interesting. And then we'll see what happens from there. And let's see, we got 98 people, 81 thumbs up. I'm just going to end it here, guys, because I'm not really feeling that well because this allergy is killing me and this medicine is killing me. I'll just read a few more and then we'll go through this. Prairie Mark says, a TEJ rinse. I just lost them. I don't know what happened. It says message retracted. Just lost you there, Prairie Mark. It just instantly disappeared. Darren Howard says the only one they trust comes out of a Cracker Jack box. Yeah. JD, Steve, I can't figure out why Tracy Martera's apartment rentals are so much more affordable than Mindanao rents for similar sized cities. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but it's an anomaly for sure because, I mean, like I've showed most of the places around here, not just in Tracy Martera's, it's General Trias, Das Marinas, all around here. It's quite cheap and they're quite reasonable and it's really a good thing that we have that here. And it's so close to Manila and it's nice here too. USA to Philippines, there's just a lot of extra apartments here around and houses and stuff that are empty or going empty. USA to Philippines Life, just got my booster, my digital smart vaccine card through the state of New Jersey, which have me a QR code, hoping that will help. Okay, so you got my digital smart vaccine card through the state. Yeah, I heard that you get it through the state because I'm trying to help a guy in North Carolina right now, and he's needing help with that, and I told him to go through the state, so he said he was going to look it up and try to find out. DJ Joe says, see you on next live stream. Keep up the great vlogs. Joe Davis, Walgreens pharmacist transferred my VA CDC into my info to my yellow card. That's awesome, man. That's good to know that. So, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not really feeling that well tonight. As you can probably tell, I'm not really up in my game tonight. And I just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. I wish I could go another half an hour, but my allergies are just really bothering me. And then, I'm just not feeling up to par. So I'll see you guys next week. Next week we'll do an hour and a half, and we should be fine. Let's see. Let me read one more here. Michael says, do I need a passport and visa to enter the Philippines? Absolutely right now. Let's see. The visa depends on what you're doing, Michael, because if you're coming in on the other thing and you're in a green country, it's different. But anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks again, guys. God bless. Take care. And we'll be back on here next week. And I'm going to try to get some more information on that yellow card. We'll talk about that more next week. And we'll talk about some of the changes that are going on. And I'm sure by then we'll have a lot more knowledge about what's going on with tourist visas and all that stuff for coming into the country. And we'll be able to see what's going to happen on December 1st for sure, if the U.S. will be on that list. JD says this, right? Let me see. He says, haven't at all heard the 21-day thing. Let's hope, JD, that that's not true. Because, like I said, I heard it, and, I'm not sure about it. But I did hear that out there. But anyway, guys, God bless. And Brooke, you stay safe also. God bless, guys. And Brooke, get in touch with me when you get a chance. Take care, guys. God bless.